Moses and Aaron go to Pharaoh and say, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Let my people go, so that they may hold a festival to me in the wilderness." Pharaoh answers, "Who is the Lord that I should obey him and let Israel go? I don't know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go. Why are you taking the people away from their labor? Get back to your work." Pharaoh thinks there are far too many Israelites. Now he calls his servants and he says, "You don't give them straw anymore for making bricks. Let them gather their own straw. But at the same time, they need to make the same amount of bricks as before. They are just lazy. That's why they are crying to go." Now life becomes even worse for the Israelites. How can they ever make the same amount of bricks as before when they have to gather their straw as well? They are beaten by the slave drivers, and they cry. They go to King Pharaoh and say, "Why are you doing this to us? This is impossible." But Pharaoh says, "No, you are just lazy. That's why you want to go into the wilderness to sacrifice your Lord. No, it will not change, you lazy people." The Israelites realize that they are in trouble. As soon as they see Moses and Aaron, they say, "What have you done to us? These new rules will just kill us." Moses also doesn't understand what's happening now, and he says, "Lord, why have you brought trouble on our people? Is this why you sent me? Ever since I went to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he has brought trouble on our people, and you have not rescued your people at all." That's the best thing that you can do when you don't understand your life. Ask the Lord. God says to Moses, "Now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. Because of my mighty hand, he will let your people go. Tell the Israelites who I am." Moses and Aaron go back to the Israelites and they say, "Look, the Lord himself has been speaking to us. He is the God from Father Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. He will never forsake us. He has promised it. It's his covenant. He will always do what he promises. You will see. He will guide us out of this slavery. He will bring us to the promised country." But the Israelites, they are so discouraged because of their hard labor that they don't listen to Moses and Aaron. The Lord also says to Moses, "Go back to King Pharaoh and say that he needs to let the Israelites go." But Moses says to the Lord, "But when my own people don't listen to me, how can I expect the king to listen to me? And on top of that, I'm not good in speaking." Hey, do you remember that's what Moses said to the Lord also at the burning bush? Didn't he learn his lesson? That when God asks you something to do, you just obey, because he will make it possible. God says to Moses, "I will tell you everything that you need to say to King Pharaoh. You can tell it to Aaron your brother, and then he can say it to the king." Now Moses obeys. There he goes together with his brother to the palace of the king again. What will happen when they will face Pharaoh again?